the draw. Lopes jams it back. That's the Smith. Smith fires one along, knocked out by Danielle Boss, but chipped back out to neutral ice. Digging in after it is Roland. Roland couldn't get it free as it's jammed back down to Lopes. Lopes over center red with a pass along, and it's backhanded in by Sabia. Sabia pressured off by Boss. Frost lifts the stick, and the puck wanders near side point. Trying to poke it along. That was Boss. Boss got run down. Penalty coming. See which way it goes here early on in this one as Boss ran into Howard at the point. And we'll see which one goes as both are still skating around. Or we're not going to get any call here at all. It looked like something was going to get called one way or another, and it might be Danielle Boss. So Danielle Boss going to the penalty box early on in this one. 19:38 remaining first period. And Danielle Boss heads to the penalty box for Chatham. We saw 2 penalties all game yesterday. Already one within the first 22 seconds today. Pilouettes, far side she goes. She gets it back, but it's intercepted by Frost. Frost back the other way, shorthanded, one-on-one. Frost cuts to the middle. Frost walking in. Frost wrist shot, saved by Elias. Kicked back to the near side corner. Frost threw it back behind. That's where it's taken by Zoo. Slides it over to Pilouettes with 1:35 remaining on the power play. Pilouettes, far side pass to Mency. Mency near side to Lopes. Lopes into the attacking end. Cuts wide, top of the circle. Wrist shot, glove saved by Strand. And she'll hang on with 19:04 remaining in the first period. 1:26 remaining on the minor penalty to Danielle Boss. Face off to the left of Devin Strand. One, that's to Christina Block. Block off the glass to the half wall, kept alive there by the Valens. Far side point, it goes back to Pilouettes on the near side. Pressured by Roland, taken away by Collins. Collins gets taken down, was able to jam the puck back out to neutral ice. No call coming with 18:46 remaining in the period. 1:07 on the power play. Howard over center red. Pressure from behind by Collins, poked away by Roland. Howard, near side pass now to Mency, off the hop, the captain. Near side point, floats one along to Pilouettes, poked away by Roland, but makes its way over to Howard. Howard to Pilouettes, back to Howard on the far side point. Howard, cross rink, Mency couldn't handle it cleanly. Now Roland draped over her, taken by Petrowski, and Jenny Petrowski just fires it back down the ice with 40 seconds remaining. On now by Clark. Clark walks off the corner. Boss release from the penalty box. Back to even strength. Martinetti's shot blocked away by Black. Second effort scorched just wide of Devin Strand as it rolls to the near side. Walking out is Wilm. Wilm shark angle. Shot denied by Strand as Devin Strand got caught going to her right and reached back to her left to make the save and keep it at 0-0 here in the first. A strong save there for Devin Strand. With 17:24 remaining in the first period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off won by Manhattanville. Kicked back behind. Taken there by Amelia Grove. It just jams her off the boards. Carr couldn't corral as it's wristed back in off the stick of Mency. Mency near side corner now. Pressured by Marchant. Now taken by James. Slid back behind. Wrapped to the far side. Taken there by Grove. Grove jams one out. Backhanded along to the near side. Kick to Marchant. Marchant tries to slide it to Block. Block is able to get it past Nash into the attacking end, but jams right back out to neutral ice, and bringing it back the other way is DeFosco. DeFosco down the slot. DeFosco pressure from behind. Great back check there by the freshman Carrie Carr. Taken out by the Valence momentarily before Block brings it back the other way. Block one-on-one back the other way. Block chips it tried to chip it past Meredith unsuccessfully. Taken back and neutralized by James. Tries to slide it past to Mency. Does not connect, but Nash will skate to it. 16:30 remaining first period. Nash, shoulders blocked down to the ice, and no call will come as Mency brings it into the attacking end. Mency, far side pass to James. James stops up on the half wall to Nash. Nash couldn't keep it alive. Taken now by Carr. Carr backhands one along, and Carrie Carr will dump it in and go off for a change as Jones, Ackerman, and Petrowski come on along with Chung and Roland. Lopes back over center red. Lopes into the attacking end. Cuts it wide. Lopes rolls back to the circle. Shot through the goal mouth. Wheels to the far side. Taken now by Roland, who backhands one towards the line and eventually back out past an unaware Michelle Jones. And it's taken back in her own end by the Valiants. That was Howard, who wrists one along to the Chatham end, and Roland will wheel things up to Ackerman. Ackerman over center red. As Jones goes in after it. Puck rolls near side, taken there by Sabia. Sabia, far side pass along to Wilm. Wilm had the lone goal yesterday. Wilm, centering feed, goes wide of Strand, looking for the stick of Clark. Wheels back down to the half wall, taken by Michelle Jones. Jones stops up. Jones leaves it and reverses now for Rowland. Jillian Rowland, stretch pass, doesn't connect to Chung, but it goes to Ackerman. Holly Ackerman is able to one-hand the puck back out to neutral ice. 15:03 remaining here, first period. Nothing, Chatham, Manhattanville. Shots 4-1 in favor of the Valiants. Taken by Frost. Frost to the slot. Frost cuts wide. Frost, wrist shot, blockered away by Elias. Taken now by Marchant. Marchant is able to jam it free to open space, but that's where it's taken over by Howard, who wrists one quickly along to Zoo. Zoo backhands one into the Chatham end. Picking up is Grove. Grove falls down in the corner, but following up is Ashley Marchant. Marchant looks for a stretch pass and eludes the stick of Frost all the way down the ice. Icing called on the Cougars with 14:28 remaining, first period. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville, as Strand's been tested much more often than the junior netminder Taylor Elias down to our left. Face-off will come to the left of Devin Strand, the junior netminder looking for win number 6 on the season. Face-off won by the Cougars. Boss couldn't handle it cleanly, but continues to try to jam it out unsuccessfully. Grove now battles in after it. Amelia Grove couldn't take it away, as Black will jam it to the far side half wall, and it's taken over there by Martinetti, who gets it to Clark before Chatham is able to send it back to the far side port where Martinetti takes over. Martinetti, far side half wall to Clark. Clark survey, back up to the point, intercepted by Frost. Frost back the other way. Boss to the bench for a change. Frost in 1-on-2. Frost cuts to the middle. Frost wrist shot. Kicked away by Elias. Taken now by Marchant. Marchant tries the center. Off a stick, goes right to Clark. Clark stretches it out to Mency. Mency back the other way. Over center red. Mency cuts in, stops up. Wrist shot saved by Strand, and she hangs on as Devin Strand keeps things scoreless with 13:41 remaining in the first. Nothing between Chatham and Manhattanville. Manhattanville 3-0 lifetime against the Chatham Cougars. 1-0 win yesterday. 2-1 win in the second meeting, and a 7-2 win in the inaugural meeting between these two teams. As Nash is able to jam it back in, James winds up, shot glove saved by Strand, and she'll hang on with 13:32 remaining in the first. Manhattanville 6 shots the way of Devin Strand, 3 the way of Elias down to our left. Carr. Face off, tie up, jam back to the point. Meredith, wrist one through traffic. Pass Rowland back behind. Jillian Rowland tries to swipe at it but doesn't get it out. Off the stick of Carr, right to Rowland. Rowland busting back the other way. Jillian Rowland, backhand pass and gets into the attacking end and slides right back out as James comes back one-on-one with Petrosky. James, backhand feed, taken away by Block on the back check, and here comes Block back the other way with Carr. Block into the attacking end. Block trying to knife away through to Carr. Carr shot would not go as Carr rips it just wide, glove side. On a great feed from Block as Chatham looks to strike first. Nash back behind. Off the skate of Block, and it kicks to Meredith. Slid one off the stick of Collins. Collins to Block. Block rolling to the point. It's Petrosky. Petrosky backhand feed. Rolling winds up. Fires Block down in front. Taken by James. Slid back out to neutral ice. Roland jams it right back in. 12:30 remaining first period. Sydney Collins slides it to the line. Second effort again. Now Collins will jam it back in on the backhand. Taken by Meredith. Meredith. Stretch pass off the stick of Wilm. Petrosky gets it to Jones. Jones just wraps it in. Ackerman gets in on the forecheck along with Smith. Smith wraps one. Far side half wall. Taken over there by Wilm. Wilm couldn't get it past Jones. Second effort slid one along. That's to Sabia. Sabia tied up by Jones, and Jones takes it away. Tried to slide one to Chung. Wouldn't connect. Chung skates to it. Near side corner. Reverses back behind. Smith intervenes, but Ackerman tries to take it back away. Jam back to the half wall. Marchant pinches in to keep things alive. Tried to slide one back to Dahe Chung, but it would not connect. Jam back out. Lopes back the other way. Too far for Wilm. Wilm centers one to the slot. Wrist shot goes wide. Blocker side of Strand on the odd woman rush. Sharp angle shot blocked down in front by Ashley Marchant. Taken now by Lopes. Lopes to the far side point. It's Smith. Smith wrist shot blocked by Chung, and Dahe Chung just slides it out and will head off for a change. Black and Boss hop on. Jones the lone forward to remain on for the Cougars. This is taken by Howard. Howard rolls far side on the backhand, pressured by Boss. Boss jams one back out, rolling all the way down to the Valiant's end. Taken there by Manhattanville as it comes near side to DeFosco. DeFosco slides one back along far side. That's where Zoo tries to play, but Roland takes over. Roland walks in. Roland shot blocked down, taken by Frost. Now Black, but she loses the handle as it's poked away. Black jams it back behind. Black off the boards, rolls far side. Martinetti can't get it past Danielle Boss as it's jammed back along to the point. Roland steps in to keep things alive. She jams it off the end boards back behind. 10:44 remaining first period. To the point it goes. Petrosky keeps it alive with help from Frost, but it goes right to Pelowetz, who's able to jam it back out of play off the stick of a Valiant with 10:37 remaining in the first. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham looking for win number 8 on the season. 7 wins so far for the Cougars, 15 for Manhattanville. Shots 7-3 in favor of Manhattanville. Face off far side of the ice. Won by Manhattanville. Carr will try to pressure after, but Smith knifes her way around her and gets it to Clark on the near side. Clark walking in. Clark, wrist shot kicked away by Strand. Taken on the far side. Kicks back out to open ice, taken now by Block. Block, knifes around one. Block, back the other way. Has Collins and Carr with her. Block, walks in. Block, shot blocked down. Taken now by Sydney Collins. Collins tries to slide it along. Kicks back to Petrosky, who wrists one off a stick wide, far side corner. Smith skates over to get it there and quickly gets it along to Mency. Mency to Clark. Clark into the attacking end, poked out of play by Roland with 9:59 remaining in the first period. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham getting much more sustained zone time than they got earlier in the game yesterday against Manhattanville. 9:59 remaining first period. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. Face-off controlled by the Cougars. It's Sydney Collins. Collins wheels to the near side. Collins on the backhand. Collins sends one to the line. Nash pokes it alive, but Marchand steps out. Here comes Marchand. Has Collins and Block with her. Marchand, 3-on-2. Marchand cuts it wide. Marchand sends one in front. Elias pokes it up, and Block try to swing at it out of midair. Nash back behind. Taken now by Meredith. Meredith stretch pass along. Taken by Mency. Slid one to James. James back the other way. James has Tippmann in the middle. James cuts it in. James shot saved by Strand. Rebound. Tippmann denied by Strand. And Strand will pounce down on it to hang on with 9:19 remaining in the first period. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off to the left of Devin Strand. It's Ackerman, Jones, and Chung. Grove and Marchant on the back end. Face off touched by Jones, but is poked back to Pelowitz as Pelowitz is able to knife it back in behind. Taken away by the Cougars. Jones, backhand pass to Marchant. Marchant has it poked off her stick, but gets it back, slides one out, just out of the reach of Holly Ackerman. Slid to the far side. Lofted back along towards the line, jammed in off the skates of Amelia Grove. Ashley Marchant and Grove both circle in after it. A Valiant goes down as getting back up and taking the puck back to the point with Sabia to Martinetti. Martinetti's shot deflected to the side of the goal mouth, kicked away by Strand on the attempt by Sabia. In front, the puck slides just wide, back up to the point it goes. Pelowitz winds up, shot blocked down in front by her own teammate. A little friendly fire as Amelia Grove will bust back the other way. Grove over center red. Grove walks in. Grove wrist shot blocked. Second effort, jams it back below the goal line. Grove will circle back to her defensive position as Ackerman got in on the forecheck. Circling his Lopes back behind. Jammed along, chipped back out by Wilm. Black tried to send it in unsuccessfully. Sabia around Frost. Sabia to the slot. Sabia shot partially blocked, and it rolls to the corner. Taken by Petrosky. Taken now by Black, chipped along, and that's for Boss. Danielle Boss flips one along. She was looking for Frost. It wouldn't connect. Howard off the boards and out. Clark jams it back in. Wheeled back to the corner. Taken back behind. Rolling in the centering feed was broken up as DeFosco tried to center it out in front. Ends up going to Smith. Smith, half slapper. Sails off the glass. Kicks near side. Half wall taken there by Frost. Frost out to Boss. Here comes Danielle Boss back the other way. Boss, 3 goals on the season. Rolls it. Stops up. Boss loses the handle as it's taken away by Clark. 7:30 remaining in the first. Black battling, and Frost takes it off the half wall. Frost draws the penalty. Frost tries to center one. Now Frost jams one down low, and it's touched up by Manhattanville. Chatham will go to the power play with 7:23 remaining in period number 1. 0-0 between Manhattanville and Chatham. Carr, Collins, Block, Rowland, and Boss. The 5 for Chatham. Clark will sit for Manhattanville. Chatham one power play opportunity yesterday, 0 for 1 on the power play. Rowland unable to keep it alive, but Boss picks it up and neutralized. Danielle Boss to Jillian Rowland. Rowland jams one, looking for Collins. Collins into the attacking end. Collins has Block with her. Collins stops up. Chatham looking to set things up. Tried to jam it to Boss, but decided to go back behind. Ends up wheeling all the way around far side point to Rowland. Rowland to Boss. Boss walks the line, goes down the Block. Christina Block has Rowland, goes to Rowland. Rowland one-timer goes wide. 1:30 remaining on the power play. Taken back by Lopes. Lopes has it poked off her stick by Rowland, but goes right into Will. Make that Sabia. Sabia slid one to Lopes. Lopes shot never got through to Strand. Backhanded back out by Rowland, and it's taken over there by Smith, who slides one along and back into the attacking end. Taken now back behind by Danielle Boss. 1:07 remaining here in period number 1. Carr into the attacking end. Gets it along. Collins. Wrist shot goes. As Sydney Collins, the Chatham's most lethal power play scorer this season, just unable to put it on goal there. Collins tries to work her way back up to the near side point and does. Unable to hold the zone, though. It goes to Marchant, now back to Collins. Collins remaining on the power play. Collins knifes her way in. Collins taking off the puck. She'll go off for a change. Jam back in on Strand. Strand sets one along. That's for Marchant. Marchant along to Madison Black. Out with Frost and Jones, Petrosky and Marchant. Petrosky dumps it in, goes in after. Petrosky's played both positions so far this season as she gets in on the forecheck here. Jones covers for her back at the point with 16 remaining on the power play. 5:37 remaining in the opening frame. 5-player scrum. The Cougars. Black comes away with it. Maddie Black to Marchant. Marchant has Jones. Marchant deflected on and wide by Jones from the high slot. Lofted back along and out. Here comes James. Pressured off by Marchant. Marchant jams her into the boards. Frost picks up the puck. Sends it sailing back behind to the near side corner, and Jenny Petrowski goes over to get it there. Petrowski stops up. Tries to chip one back out. Gets it to the line, and Jones can't get it out as well as Manhattanville is able to hold. Mency walks in. Mency has it poked away by Frost. Frost tries to skate to it, but Jones gets there and just fires it up off the glass and out with 4:56 remaining in the first. Slid along to where Block turns things over to Sabia. Sabia walks in. Sabia flips one towards the goal, and Strand kicks it away, preventing it from connecting to Mency as it gets to the line and out off Carr. Carr back the other way, 2-on-1 with Block. Carr walking in. Carr wrist shot blocker saved by Elias. Best opportunity of the night comes for Carrie Carr so far, just unable to beat Elias, the junior netminders. Grove goes in after it. Grove jams it back behind, rolls far side. Carrie Carr goes over to get it. Carr jams one to the line, kicked alive, but Carr to Rowland. Now Rowland and Block have an opportunity. Rowland walking in. Rowland to Block. Backhanded save by Elias as it pops back free to the corner by Collins. Chatham starting to open it up offensively here in the first. 4 minutes remaining in the first period as busting back into Sabia. Sabia pushed wide by Petrosky, saved by Strand. As it kicks back behind, Petrosky slides one to Jillian Rowland. Rowland finds Block back the other way. Christina Block over center red, slaps one in off the end boards, goes off for a change. Chung, Jones, Ackerman come on the ice for the Cougars up front. Ackerman can't keep it alive as it goes to DeFosco, who steps around Grove with the puck wanders to the near side. As Danahy goes in after it, make that Danahy instead of Jones coming out there as it's taken by Marchant. Slid one along off the stick of Ackerman back out. Race for it. Martinetti has it. Pressured by Ackerman. Slides one along. It's taken by DeFosco into the attacking end. Pressured off by Fiona Danahy. Slides one to the slot. Clark couldn't get it on goal as tying her up was Ashley Marchant with 3:08 remaining in the first. To the slot. It's DeFosco. DeFosco shot kicked away by the stick of Strand. taken by DeFosco again. Shot blocked by Grove. Clear to the point. Pelowetz has it there. Steps around Dahe Chung. Pelowetz. Wrist one. Back door. Goes wide. Kicks to the half wall. Taken there by Zoo. Zoo. Can't get around Marchand. Taken by Danahy. Danahy. Slides one back out. Taken by Martinetti. Martinetti just chips one in, and offsides is the call with 2:44 remaining in the first period. Nothing between Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham, a pair of 2-on-1s. Carr denied by the blocker denied on the near far side by Elias, and then Rowland slid one over to Block, who could not beat her through the legs on the backhand, and we stay scoreless here with 2:37 remaining in the first. Pass by Rowland, doesn't connect to Frost, but Frost will scamper after it as Nash fires one along to Meredith. Meredith off the boards to the line and into the attacking end. It goes carried by James. James stops up, pressured by Rowland. They get tangled up. Shot gets blocked down by Black. Black tries to carry it out. Maddie Black looks for Frost, doesn't connect. Jam back along where it's taken by Jenny Petrowski. Far side she goes to Jillian Rowland. Rowland chips one along, taken by Nash. Nash, backhander, taken by Sanderlands, but it's taken over by Black and just dumped back into the Valiant's end. Nash behind the net, surveys. Nash, near side pass to James. Kick back out off the stick of Block. It wanders its way to Meredith, who over center red will get over center red and dump it in as Strand sets things up for Petrowski. Yes, Block on the near side wasn't quick enough to get it there. That's intercepted by Manhattanville. That's James. James circles out. Shot blocked by Block. Carr back the other way. Has Block with her. Joining in is Collins. A possible 3-on-2 for Chatham. Carr walks in. Carr tried to slide to Collins. Went through her legs and through Blocks as well. And now busting back the other way is James. 2-on-2 with Mency. Mency walks in. Mency's shot would not go as it rings off the iron. Kicks to the near side. Taken by the Valiants. Near side corner now Collins takes over. 1:15 remaining in the first period. As carrying it up is Collins. Collins knifes around one. Passes along. Block couldn't corral it. And this is going to go all the way down for an icing call on the Cougars. 1:06 remaining in period number 1. Nothing. Chatham and Manhattanville shots 14-4 in favor of the Valiants. Face off to the left of Strand. One back shot off the draw. Glove save by Strand, and she hangs on, denying Howard from the top of the circle, keeping it nothing here in the first period. Chatham only has won one game all season long when giving up the first tally. As Frost tries to dig it free out of her skates, gets poked to where the Boss can take it. Boss to Frost. Frost slides it wide, has two on her. Backhand pass to Boss. Boss drove in after it. Grove slides him to the line. Frost can't get it out. Another effort there by the Cougars, and it's taken by Frost. Frost with 15 on the clock. KJ Frost. Wrist one, back in. Marchand gets in on the forecheck. Ashley Marchand will win the race to the puck. Tied up with Howard. 5 on the clock. Howard couldn't get it away from Marchand, who wheeled one behind the net. The clock will hit all zeros. Nothing after period number 1. Chatham's got their opportunities, just unable to capitalize. A pair of 2-on-1s as Chatham has looked much better today than they did yesterday when they took on Manhattanville. We'll be back in about 14 or so minutes for the penultimate period this season between Chatham and Manhattanville. Nothing after the opening period. Shots 15-4 in favor of the Valiants. But the Cougars a number of opportunities, a couple of 2-on-1s, one including Jillian Rowland and Christina Block. The other was with Block and Carrie Carr. As Chatham looks to send their seniors out on a high note here on Senior Day, honoring Rowland, Frost, Block, and Jones. Face off. Jam back. Taken by Jillian Rowland. Rowland jams one off of the body of Wilm. She scored the lone goal yesterday. As Rowland tries to poke it free, taken back behind by Manhattanville before Petrowski intervenes. Circling out, shot denied by Strand. She hangs on as just 18 seconds elapse here in the opening period. Face off to the left of Strand. Black, Frost, and Boss. Poked along by Frost. Frost jams one off a stick back out of play, and we'll do it again inside the Chatham end with 19:39 remaining in period number 2. Going to move the face-off out to neutral ice in front of the Valiant's bench after it deflected off a Manhattanville stick. As Black wins it back cleanly to Petrosky, comes to roll and chip back along to Danielle Boss, who just slides one in. Back behind Taylor Elias. Taken back there by Black. Black centering feed doesn't connect as it wheels back to the near side half wall. Taken over there and cleared back out by the Valiants. All the way down, Strand will come out and hang on with 19:19 remaining in the second period. Nothing between Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off to the left of Devin Strand. 5 wins this season for the junior netminder. Collins wins it back cleanly all the way to the near side corner for Carey Carr. Carr tries to jam it out. Martignetti keeps things alive. It rolls to Marchand on the far side. Marchand chips one along to the line, but not out. Taken by Tippmann, rolls one. Martignetti shot denied by Strand. Taken now by Grove. Lofted to the half wall. Taken over there by Mency. Mency tied up on Mency's shot goes wide on the delayed penalty. Collins touches up, and the Valiants head to the power play. Elias didn't make it even to center red with 18:51 remaining in period number 2. Mency circles back to the far side point, down to the top of the circle. Mency to Pelowetz. Surveys back along, walks the line. Top of the slot, wrist shot denied by Strand with 18:20 remaining in the second period, 1:27 remaining on the power play. Pelowetz winds up, shot blocked by Black, and Black goes immediately down to her knees as Black slow to get back up, as will be able to get back into the play as the shot sails wide of Strand, rolls back behind as Madison Black camps herself up in the high slot. Seems to be okay after blocking that one off the inside of her skate. Backdoor pass doesn't connect. Lopes plays it off a hop, pressured by Rowland, wheels it back up to Pelowetz on the near side. Pelowetz slides one along. Zoo walks in, top of the circle. Zoo, backdoor feed broken up by Frost, and Rowland clears with the line, but not out. Black can't poke it free. Rowland now trying. Frost following up. Frost can't get it to Rowland. 42 remaining on the power play. First minute 20, all in the offensive zone for Manhattanville. Mency, Pelowetz, one-timer, blocked down. Strand spreads out to kick it behind. Petrosky now carries a little, slides him to the line, but not out. Manhattanville working its way back in. Mency wheels with it, far side, goes back to Howard. Howard, one-timer, blocked again by Madison Black. Numerous blocks this PK for Black. The unit's been out here for the whole 2 minutes on both sides almost. 10 remaining on the power play. Howard near side. Pelowetz, wrist shot deflected back behind. Taken by Petrowski, rolls it far side. The 2 minutes expire. Manhattanville still in the attacking end. Chatham gets the kill though. Howard. Carr back into the play, slid in front, and Carr picks it up in the slot, and Carr busts back the other way. Carr has Black with her. Black obviously wants to get off the change, but Black will instead jam it back in. Madison Black walks in. Black shot saved by Elias, and she hangs on. Chatham bent, but they didn't break on that penalty kill. All 2 minutes in the attacking zone for Manhattanville. Numerous block shots by Madison Black, and we stay scoreless here in the second with 16:29 remaining. Face off to the left of Elias. One by Collins. Rolls to the near side. Grove can't keep it alive. Clark skates to it. Collins pressures Clark. Clark can't get it around Collins. Collins knifes her way back the other way. Block skates to it. Here comes Block back the other way. Carr trailing. Block cuts in wide. Block, wrist shot save. Rebound. Carr couldn't find it. Back to Marchand. Marchand shot blocked down, and it's cleared out by Clark from her knees with 16 remaining in the second. Grove to Collins. Collins gets taken down but slides it out to Block. 2-on-2 back the other way with Carr. Delayed penalty. Carr make that block. Cuts it wide. Has it taken away. And Chatham will go back to the power play looking to take the lead. As Manhattanville will get the penalty, it is going to go against Manhattanville's Janet Zhu after hauling down Sydney Collins. 15:50 remaining, period number 2. Chatham looking to strike first here in this one. 6 times when they strike first, Chatham has won 6 times out of their 7 wins. Petrosky shot denied by a body in front. That appeared to be Meredith. Frost tries to center unsuccessfully. Frost pinned up against the boards. Black tried to pick it up. Rolls to the far side. Marchand pitching in to keep things alive. A stick goes flying. That's a Smith. Make that Nash, but Frost takes the puck away. Frost has it back to Petrosky. Petrosky wrist shot saved by Eliason. Jones couldn't put the rebound home. Busting back the other way is Lopes. Lopes knocked down by Marchand. No call will come. Petrosky to the line and out taken there by Nash. Nash pressured by Matty Black. Now it's taken by Frost. Frost jams one. Now to Black. Black trying to knife her way past Sabia unsuccessfully. It's just cleared back in. 1:05 remaining on the power play. Strand fans on the pass to Petrosky with second effort will slide it through. Near side pass to Black. Black couldn't take it cleanly. Taken over by Sabia. A little stick fighting there between Sabia and Black as Marchand picks it up in her own end with 53 remaining on the power play. Taken by Black. Matty Black rolls back the other way. Black into the attacking end. Chatham will bring on Roland, the lone player to change. They'll get it to Roland. Roland walks in. Roland to the slot. Keeps it going. Roland shot would not go. Rang it off the crossbar. As Roland just ripped it past Elias, but it would not go. Looked like it almost went up into the upper part of the netting, or upper part of the net and bounced back out, but they wave off, no goal. And they keep playing with 20 seconds remaining here on the power play. Very similar to a goal Jillian Rowland that was not credited with her sophomore year, streaking in and ripping one top shelf. And there was actually clear video that showed that one was a goal. It was called no goal in that game. And it looked like a very similar shot here for Rowland. But we stay scoreless as the penalty to Zoo ends. But Collins will bust back in the offense end. Has Rowland trailing. Collins' shot goes wide instead of giving it to Rowland in the slot. It's taken now by Block. Block tries to reverse to Rowland. Rowland and Block team up to take the puck away momentarily before it's taken by Smith. Jam back far side, taken there by James. James works her way to neutral ice. Along to Wilm. Wilm busts in as the lone goal this weekend. Centering feed, knocked down. Mency shot denied by Strand, and the rebound's cleared away by Boss. Taken by Block. Block flips one, trying to get it to Rowland. Carr will now digging after as it jams back to the Chatham end. And the whistle blows with 13-16 remaining in the second period. 0-0. Chatham and Manhattanville. The most precedent opportunity all game came off the stick of Jillian Rowland just moments ago. Looked like she had Taylor Elias beat, but it would not go. And we stay scoreless here in the second. Ackerman slides one. That's the Marchand looking for Chung. Wouldn't connect as it wheels back down to the Cougar end. Back behind Strand it rolls. Now Ackerman couldn't corral it. Martin Yeti has it. Slid one along where it's intercepted by Ackerman. Ackerman's able to slide it through. Martin Yeti reverses back to the far side to Lopes. Lopes pressured from behind by Ackerman, and Jones took it away. Marchand unable to hold the line, but it bounces back to Jones in neutral ice. Jones tries to knife it free and doesn't, just backhands one into the attacking end. Martinetti slides one along to Mency, who gets one back out to Sabia. Sabia slides one along and gets it right back. But it's taken away by Chung. Chung to Frost. Frost back the other way. Chatham has numbers if they hurry. Frost has Ackerman trailing. Frost shot blocked down. Marchand follows up to keep the play alive. Roland hops off the bench, replacing Grove. Busting back now the other way is Lopes. 2-on-2, now a 3-on-2. Only one defenseman back for Chatham, and that's Roland, and Roland's able to force everybody wide as the puck ends up winding back to Meredith, who shot through traffic, goes wide with 12 minutes remaining here in the second. Reversed. That was by Sabia. Roland takes it away quickly to Chung. Chung to Frost. Frost trying to work her way in unsuccessfully. As it winds to the near side and cleared out by Meredith all the way back down, and it's taken by Marchand. 11:33 remaining here, second period, and it's jammed all the way down by the Cougars for an icing call. And now icing gets waved off with 11:26 remaining in the second, allowing the Cougars to change and bring out a fresh unit. A little bit of a different look as Block comes out with Black and Boss. And bringing it back the other way is DeFosco. DeFosco cuts to the middle. Boss back, wheeling on the fence as Roland will now get back to her normal position as it's jammed back in front. Rolls to the far side, and Christina Block picks it up there and is able to jam it back out to neutral ice. Boss tries to get things forward with 10:54 remaining in the second. Jam back in wide of Strand. Bounces back off the back of the net for Jenny Petrosky with 10:47 remaining in the second. Turnover, but Petrosky heads up play to poke it along to Boss, who just fires it along to Block. Christina Block back the other way. Has Black with her. 2-on-2. Block cuts in. Block shot. Block down. And it circles into the catching glove of Elias, and she hangs on with 10:33 remaining in the second period. 0-0 between Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham playing like they want to send their seniors out the right way today. One of the best games I've seen them play all season long, including a couple of games against Stevenson, which I think they played some of their best hockey all year in. But Chatham really giving the Valence a go this afternoon and all weekend long. Great game yesterday for Chatham. Lost 1-0, and today, again, Chatham trying to get back in with just a lot more offensive pressure today for the Cougars than we saw yesterday. As Mency busts back the other way. Halfway through this game, Mency walks in. Mency has it poked away by Grove. A great defensive effort there by Amelia Grove to prevent the most lethal scorer on the Valence roster. Martinetti, far side shot goes sailing up to the near side half wall. And it's cleared back out by Carr all the way down. Icing will be the call. Collins, Carr, Block. Marchand and Grove all have to stay on while the Valiants can bring out 5 fresh bodies if they so choose. But they would just bring out 1. And that is going to be in make that Pelowetz, who would take over on the far side point. Face off, tied up. See who digs it free, and it appears that the Cougars do as it's won back to Marchand. The Valiants take back over, wheeled up to the half wall. Jam back to the point, taken by Martinetti. Rolls far side. Pelowetz now back to the near side. It's James. James to Martinetti. Martinetti shot through traffic, deflected on, kick saved by Strand. They keep it scoreless. Great heads-up awareness and reflexes by the junior netminder, Devin Strand. Marchand back the other way. Marchand's shot trickles its way towards the goal mouth but never got through. Taken now back the other way. Loft of the line. Marchand keeps it alive. Is circling back behind was James, and Marchand threw one towards the catching glove of Elias, who couldn't handle it cleanly. Busting back the other way is Martinetti. Has a roll on her. James, quick up pass. Mency skating to it. Roland hustling back, poked away by Jillian Roland, and Roland takes her down. Roland's going to get a penalty called against her for a trip. As Jillian Roland immediately threw her hands up trying to say, I didn't do it, but Jillian Roland will go off with 8:52 remaining in period number 2. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Jillian Roland with the tripping minor. Chatham's third penalty of the game. Manhattanville 0 for 2 on the power play. The second power play for the Valiants was spent entirely in the offensive zone. Madison Black wore a number of pucks off of her body as the faceoff's won by Manhattanville to Pelowetz. As they look to get the power play set up. Mency, one-timer, glove save by Strand, and she hangs on. 8:43 remaining in the second period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. 1-0 game yesterday between these two teams, and right now we're scoreless over halfway through. 1:51 remaining on the Roland Minor. A big part of the Chatham penalty kill sits in the box. Pelowetz near side to Howard. Howard back to Pelowetz. Pelowetz winds up, goes back to Howard. Howard one-timer goes sailing wide and sailing all the way down as the Manhattanville Valence will do the job for the Cougars here. 30 seconds have expired on the Roland Minor. Pelowetz brings it up. Far side pass to Lopes. Lopes can't get around Black. Marchand just sends it back to neutral ice off the skate of Mency at center red. Mency, spinnerama pass, gets it along to Sabia on the far side. Sabia has it poked away, but it rolls to Howard on the near side point. 1:10 remaining on the power play. Pelowetz, top of the point, winds up, fires one through traffic, and goes sailing high and wide. Strand quickly hustles over near side post, deflects off a couple bodies and kicked back to the near side. Howard there. Howard shots. Kicked away by Strand. Black can't get the rebound. Second effort goes sailing high and wide. 52 remaining on the power play for Manhattanville. Howard back to the half wall. Lopes sends one in front. Poked away by Strand. To the far side it goes. Pelowetz walks in. Drop pass. Mency to Howard. Howard back to Mency. Mency wrist shot blocked by Black. Black sends it to the line, but not out. 30 seconds remain. Lopes walks in. Wrist shot deflected wide. Howard. Far side pass to Lopes. Centering feed. Cleared back out. Back to Pelowetz. She winds up and fires. Blocked down in front. Second effort. Shot saved by Strand. Rebound. She sprawls out and gets it. Devin Strand keeps it tied. An aggressive move by this junior netminder. Devin Strand, one of the more aggressive netminders in the entire conference. No matter how small she is, always battling on top of her crease. And it proved to be vital there for the Cougars as Strand's able to pounce on that one. And Kaz at Manhattanville still cycling back at even strength now. Martinetti to Howard. One-timer goes wide. Carr, the freshest legs of anyone on the ice, is able to quickly skate to it and get it back out. It rolls to Marchand, who just jams one near side. Block, busts after it. Here comes Block, has a step. Block, stops up, Block, looks for a trailer. Carr, shot blocked back behind. Collins now has Roland, slides it to Boss. Boss flips one along, slides to Tittman, and Tittman busts back the other way. Gets it around Boss. Here comes Willem back the other way. Roland tries to catch her. Shot sails high and wide. She had the lone goal yesterday. Boss ran into Collins, was able to jam it out. Nonetheless, it goes all the way down. Icing called on Chatham with 6:01 remaining in the second. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Nothing Chatham and Manhattanville. The Manhattan power play has been very dangerous today, just unable to score. Chatham been able to battle their way out, bending but not breaking here this afternoon. One back, Mency shot off the iron, back behind Strand into the netting. Second crossbar this period. One by Roland, now one by Mency. The most lethal scores on both sides ring the iron here this afternoon. 5:57 remaining, second period. 0-0 Chatham, and wraps back behind. Taken now and blocked by Roland. James picks it up in the near side corner, rolls to the half wall. James shot deflected down, saved by Strand. Rebound cleared away by Michelle Jones. Goes back to Nash at the point. Nash to James. James walks in. James shot sails high and wide. Chatham needs to find a way to slow. Roland chips to the line and out. It's a foot race. It's Frost versus Smith. Frost has the advantage as it wheels back behind. Frost rolls with it. Frost tries to center one as she got knocked down as it wheels back to the half wall. Smith brings it up. Smith. Stretch pass connects to Lopes. 4:14 remaining, second period. Lopes, top of the circle, wrist shot blocked down. Grove to Black. Madison Black. Back along, that's to Grove. Amelia Grove rolls one, chips it near side half wall, taken over there by Wilm. Now it rolls back behind here with 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Back to the far side it goes. Wristed from the sharp angle, denied by Strand. Rebound cleared back to the point. Frost trying to poke it out, and will. Great effort there by the senior KJ Frost. Wheels back to Marchand. Marchand, bank pass to Frost. Frost over center red. Frost almost lost an edge. She's able to send it in. Offside's called on Chatham as Frost was in ahead of the puck, and then it was touched up by Danielle Boss. 3:37 remaining in the second period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Shots 27-10 in favor of Manhattanville over Chatham. Face-off won by Sydney Collins all the way to the near side. Sydney Collins will come and get it and just jam it back in. As it rolls to Block on the far side. Block back behind. Taken there by Carrie Carr. Now it's Collins. Collins circles. Has Marchand. Goes that way. Ashley Marchand walks the line. Back to Collins. Carr is able to send it back out to neutral ice. Taken by Martinetti, who just sends one along. That's to Wilm. Wilm wrists one. Kicked away by the stick of Strand into the corner. 2:32 remaining here in the second period. Taken now by Collins. Collins back the other way she comes. Pass along. Block couldn't corral it cleanly. Banks past Howard. And it's jammed back to where it's taken by Carr. Here comes Carr walking. Carr trips down as she lost an edge busting in. Far side the puck rolls. Taken by Clark. Clark doubles back with 2:10 on the clock. to DeFosco. DeFosco is able to spin around Sydney Collins, but Collins continues the pressure on the half wall. Collins forces her to go back down towards the corner. Now Grove and Collins dig it free. Sydney Collins tries to slide one out, but it's broken up, and it goes right to Marchand, who gets it along to Block. Back the other way comes Christina Block. She lost one to center red, dumps it in, taken there by Howard. Backhand pass along. Stretch attempt broken up by the Cougars. Collins will get off along with the rest of the Cougars. A 5-player change. This sent all the way down the ice for an icing call on Manhattanville with 1:35 remaining in the second period on a bit of an errant change almost by Chatham, but no harm, no foul as icing is called against Manhattanville. Face-off will come to the left of Taylor Elias. Black will take it. One back by Zoo. Taken by Martinetti. Martinetti cuts up the middle. Pressured by Boss from behind. Rowland keeps it alive momentarily. Poked back out. Here comes DeFosco. Pressured by Black from behind. Rolls back below the goal line. Taken by Petrowski. Now it's taken by Rowland. Jillian Rowland with 1:15 on the clock. Trying to wheel up. Rowland goes down on the half wall. Tries to slide it out with her glove. Taken by Mency. Mency slides one. Smith walks in. Smith shot glove saved by Strand. Rebound taken out by Black. Along to Frost. Frost tries to jam things free and is unable to. Here comes Mency walking in. Poked free in on Strand. Kicked back behind by Strand. Taken by Bosch. She slides to the far side. Mency gets caught up on the net and goes down. And we might be getting a penalty here on Chatham. Looked like Mency just ran to the net, got her skate caught on the side of the net. And I think a penalty's coming on the Cougars, and Jenny Petrowski is going off for Chatham with 49 seconds remaining in the second. Very interested to see what this call is. 2 penalties yesterday. We've had 4 this period. 6 in the game. 4 against Chatham. Chatham wins the draw. It was called a hook on Petrowski. Block sends it down. 40 seconds remaining. Elias comes out to play it. She wraps it around as Collins pressures. Lopes reverses back behind. That's the Pelouettes. Pelouettes comes near side to Mency. Mency brings things up along the Pelouettes. Pressured by Block. Got around her. Pelouettes walks in. Attacking end. Stops up. Drop pass. Sabia can't keep it alive as Christina Block pokes things back out. 20 seconds remaining now in the power play. Or in the period, excuse me. Minute 27 on the power play. As Collins to Block. Block gets pinned up against the boards as he tries to jam the puck free. It goes to Sabia with 8 on the clock. Chatham just looking to get to the period locker room equal with Manhattanville right now. 3 seconds. Pushed wide by Collins. Puck wheels back behind the net. We'll go to the locker room just like we did yesterday. Scoreless after 2. This time Manhattanville will have a minute 10 power play to start the third period. If Chatham get a face-off win, drop that back into their own ends, take about 10-15 seconds off there and clear it down, they can pretty much neutralize the majority of this Manhattanville power play to start the third period, but only time will tell. Devin Strand in the period shined once again. Chatham over doubling their shot total from the first period, as we are, or about doubling their shots from the first to the second period, as after 2, we are scoreless between Chatham and Manhattanville right here on the Chatham Sports Network. Chatham lost the opener 1-0 to Manhattanville. Tied after 2 once again at 0-0. Chatham shorthanded, minute 10 to start. Boss pins her against the boards. It wheels back behind. Puck goes to the far side. Zoo down below the goal line. Back out to Mency. Mency walks in. Mency's shot never got through. Frost tries to poke it out. Now Black sends it sailing down, and that should kill it off. 19 minutes remaining, third period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Mency tries to have it poked away by Collins. Taken now back the other way. Here comes Collins. Collins working her way in. Collins stops up. Looks for a trailer. Doesn't connect the block. But it goes to Rowland. Rowland slams it around. Wrapping to Collins on the near side. Sydney Collins stops up. Reverses. Petrowski wrists one through traffic. Kicked away by Tittman as it rolls back to James on the near side. A minute 30 elapsed here in the third period. James walks in. James can't get around Petrowski. Back behind it rolls as Rowland tries to take it away. Instead it's Collins wrapping one to Martinetti on the far side point. Martinetti slides one back back below the goal line. Taken there by Collins. Collins off the stick of Rowland. Here comes Carr back the other way. Has Block with her. Carr into the attacking end. Carr chips one in. As it wheels back off the stick of Elias. Black will try to intercept. Off the stick of Zoo back to the Chatham end. Rowland sweeping poke gets it along to Marchant. Now to Frost. Frost took Black. Madison Black jams it in. Back behind Elias it goes. Rolls far side corner. Boss will pressure. Inner skates. The puck rolls as he jams it back behind. Doesn't connect to Black. Zoo takes over. 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Nothing. Jam back out. Here comes the Valiants back the other way. Backhand into the attacking end. 2-on-1 from Manhattanville to Fosco. Shot blocker saved by Strand. Back behind it rolls. Grove to Marchant. Ashley Marchant along to Black. Maddie Black busts back the other way. Over center red. Tries to dump one along. Gets into the attacking end where Clark takes over. Clark reverses. Taken now. That's by Nash. Nash. Stretch pass to DeFosco. DeFosco gets around Grove in all alone. DeFosco in. Shot saved by Strand. Rebound. She sprawls on it. Still loose. And it goes wide. Devin Strand shining again. As a sharp angle shot denied by Strand. Puck still loose. Wheeling back behind the goal line. Taken there by Marchant. Slides it far side. Taken by Meredith. Jammed back behind. To the near side. It's Nash. Nash just holds the line. Nash wrist one down low. Backdoor feed taken away by Marchant. And it's turned over to the Valiants. Far side pass. Meredith tries to skate to it. Boss poked it back to where it's taken by Holly Ackerman. Ackerman pressured from behind. Ackerman down to one knee to slide things out. Manhattanville changing. Icing gets waved off. Frost hustles in after it. Nash pressured by Frost. Chipped to the near side half wall. And jammed back along. Here comes the Valiants. Sabia walks in. Top of the circle. Sabia shot kick saved by Strand. And the net goes sailing off its moorings. It looked to be pushed off with 15:37 remaining in period number 3. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off in neutral ice. Ackerman, Jones, Chung, Petrosky and Rowland. Back to Jenny Petrosky, goes to Rowland. Rowland tries to slide one along, block down, but Rowland gets it back, loses it again. But then again, Jillian Rowland will finally get it out of the defensive end. Back down it goes to Petrosky. Below the goal line, Jenny Petrosky rolls to the near side, tries to chip one to Jones, doesn't connect. Jam back along, goes to the near side point. Pelowetz winds up, shot kicked away by Strand. And it wraps to the far side. Rowland jams it to the line and out. Rowland continuing to pressure. Taken now back the other way. That's Martinetti who just wrist one over Jones. Taken by Petrosky. Petrosky turns it over. Centering feed, jam attempt in front. Strand tight on the post. Will not let that one go through as it's taken back behind by Lopes. She rolls it to the far side. Rowland has it there. Wrapped around off of the body of Martinetti all the way down for no icing. Elias comes out to play it with 14:37 remaining in the third. First line back out for Chatham. Carr, Collins, and Block. Far side pass. Mency walks in. Mency shot catches the glass. Lopes, sharp angle shot goes off the side of the net back behind. Carr. Backhand slide pass looking for Collins. Collins gets it. Here comes Collins back the other way. Collins into the attacking end. Collins wrist shot sticked away by Elias. Back to Marchant. Marchant can't hold the zone. Lopes back the other way. This rolls all the way back below the goal line, giving Chatham to get back. Grove almost ran over her netminder Strand as Marchant tries to dig it free. Block breaks up a center feed back to Howard, though at the point. Howard's shot goes wide. 13:55 remaining in the third. Taken now by Lopes. To the point it goes to Smith. Smith slides one near side to Howard, back to Smith. Smith shot towards the net, blocked down, never got through thanks to Sidney Collins. Carr tries a backhand pass, broken up by Lopes. Near side it comes, Mency. Mency, shot goes sailing over Strand. All the way back to Howard. Or make that Smith. Smith slides one, Lopes. Lopes tries to get to Howard. Marchant broke it off. Carr pokes it free. Carr gets it to the line and out. Block skates to it. Block busting back the other way. Here comes Block. Has Collins with her. Block. Shot blocked away by Howard. It rolls back out. Petrosky hustles to it. In her own end, Petrosky slides it to Rowland. Jillian Rowland with 13:10 remaining. Risky pass connects to Jenny Petrosky back the other way. Petrosky Turns it over, looking for Boss, doesn't connect, and here comes James back the other way as James has it poked off her stick by Rowland, doubles back for it. James walks in now. James, wrist shot, sticked away by Strand to the far side. Petrosky to the point, kept alive there. Second effort, Jenny Petrosky will carry it this time. Boss and Black trailing from behind. Petrosky dumps it in, kicked away by Elias. To the near side it rolls, wrapped to the far side. Slid along and chipped back out to James in neutral ice. James has it taken away momentarily by Frost. It gets tangled up in her skates. Frost intercepts the pass once again and heads back. Slaps one in right in on Elias, who hangs on and kicks it away now. Frost sharp angle shot off the side of the net, rolls back behind, sits back up on the net and is poked off by Nash, who gets it along to Tippmann with 12:20 remaining in the third. Nash, pressured by Boss as she reverses back below the goal line. Jams one to Fosco near side. Marchand tries to dig it free. To the point it goes and rolls not out as Black was able to keep it in momentarily before Manhattanville was able to dig it back out to neutral ice. Marchand gets slammed up against the boards. It wheels back to Boss, who goes to Grove. Off the stick, a block back out to neutral ice. Taken by Tippmann, rolls far side. In front of the Valence bench. Reverses to Meredith, who rolls back behind. 11:42 remaining in the third. Meredith, stretch pass. The Fosco has it roll off her stick to Grove now. Grove on the backhand, reverses. Grove rolls. Backhand feed, looking for Clark. Now it's taken by Block. Block to Carr. Carr with Collins, back the other way. Block trailing. Carr's shot catches the glass. Collins picks it up near side. Backhand attempt blocked down as it wheels to the near side. Marchand tries to pinch to keep it alive. Is unable to keep it alive. Was able to grab the puck momentarily as Sabia busts back the other way on Petrosky. Sabia shot saved by Strand, and she hangs on almost halfway through the third period. 11:13 remaining in the third period. Nothing Chatham. Manhattanville shots 39-13 in favor of Manhattanville. Black, Boss, and Frost will come out up front. Petrosky and Rowland stay out on the back end. Face off to the right of Strand. Black loses the draw. Martignetti jams it back behind. Center and feed. All the way back out. Quick shot blocked by Danielle Boss. Backdoor feed would not go. And Petrosky gets hooked up. Kicked in front. Kicked away, and it's touched by Martignetti. And a penalty coming here against Manhattanville and the Valence and Chatham. Back to the power play. And Devin Strand giving Petrosky a tap along with Boss as Jenny Petrosky able to draw that penalty there and put her team on the power play. And Chatham's not messing around. They're going straight out with Carr, Block, and Collins, the three leading forward scorers on the team to start this power play, looking to get the go-ahead goal. Boss and Rowland on the back end. First penalty of the third period. 10:57 remaining in a scoreless hockey game. Back to the point it goes. Rowland pokes it free, but it jams back to where it's taken by Lopes. Lopes going to be pressured by Collins. Slid it into the attack again. Here comes Zoo walking in. Penalty coming on Chatham. Back to 4-on-4 we will go. And Danielle Boss looks up to the ceiling in frustration, and she'll head off for the second time tonight. As Boss just throws her stick once entering the penalty box, and Chatham will find themselves playing 4-on-4 for the next minute 46. Minute 46, 4-on-4 action. As it will be Collins, Block, Rowland, and Petrosky out for Chatham. As Boss getting the penalty for Chatham, denying the breakaway. Chatham had struggles with shorthanded goals in the second meeting. Back behind, Block has Petrosky. This goes that way. Petrosky, wrist shot, blocked down, and it's taken by Rowland. Rowland to the slot, Rowland wide open, Rowland shot catches the glass. Rowland a wide open look from dead center slot, and I'm able to put it on the net. Chatham buzzing here on 4-on-4. Collins has Block far side. Collins cuts in, shot goes wide. Taken by Block. Has Rowland at the point, reverses. Got stuck in the skate of the official, so it's taken over by Manhattanville. Slid back to where Rowland takes it. Rowland, bank pass, doesn't connect. Here comes Zoo back the other way. Zoo, pressured by Rowland, stops up, slides one along, taken away by the Cougars. Here comes Block back the other way. Block into the attacking end, knifes around a couple, cuts it wide, waiting for the rest of her teammates to get off the bench. As Block gets pinned back below the goal line, 20 seconds remaining, 4-on-4. Back to the point it goes. Marchand keeps things alive, but it goes right to Martinetti. Martinetti over center red. Martinetti cuts it in. Martinetti has it poked away by Grove. Grove has Black with her. A 2-on-2 back the other way. Grove carrying it. Amelia Grove wrists one in on Elias, and she'll hang on. And that's a smart play there by Amelia Grove. Just as the penalty expired to Manhattanville's Sabia, she was able to throw that one on goal. So 12 seconds remain, and an offensive zone faceoff comes for Chatham, shorthanded. So they should be able to kill off the remainder of this power play pretty easily with 8:56 remaining in the third, as long as they can get the faceoff win. Black pushes it to the far side half wall. Nobody home there for the Cougars, as a quick up for Mency comes back the other way. Mency walking in. Mency to the slot. Mency backhander goes wide of Strand. Penalty will expire to Boss as Chatham back to even strength. Howard going to be pressured from behind by Boss. Slid back along. Near side, Smith, one-timer, deflects around and never gets through. Boss back the other way. That's with KJ Frost. Boss cuts it wide. Boss slides around one. Danielle Boss stops up, gets taken down. Frost had the puck, wander on her to Mency. Mency quickly slides one along, and busting back the other way is Sabia. Sabia in on Jenny Petrosky. Shot goes wide of Strand, rolled to the near side half wall. Mency pinches in to keep things alive. Mency slides one. Pilouette shot glove down by Strand. She hangs on. 8:04 remaining in the third. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off to the left of Strand. 8:04 remaining, third period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Puck cleared back out. Collins will go in after it. Sydney Collins pressures Pilouette as she'll roll near side, fire one out back to Mency. Busting back the other way as Mency passes one along. Sabia has it poked away by Petrosky right to the slot. Shot saved by Strand. Rebound. Strand dives over and is able to somehow find it and cover it up as Devin Strand sprawling over to her side with 7:42 remaining in the third. 0-0 Chatham, Manhattanville. Yesterday we remained scoreless until the 8:21 mark of the third period. So we went longer today, as there are 7:38 remaining here in the third, and we're still scoreless. As it's taken by Pilouette. Pilouette cuts to the slot on the backhand. Roland tried to poke it away. Wraparound attempt, jammed in front. Strand sprawling, throws the glove up and somehow hangs on as Zoo gets thrown back down after the play with 7:22 remaining in the third. There was 8:21 remaining in the third period when Manhattanville struck yesterday to take a 1-0 lead, a score they would win by. 7:22 remaining in the third. Now we are scoreless. Last game of the season for the Chatham Cougars. Last game of the year for the four seniors. Taken there by Marchand. Marchand off the glass. Wheels to the line and out. Jammed right back in. Ashley Marchand. Near side pass. Frost chips it out. All the way back down the ice. This is going to be an icing call on the Cougars with 7:04 remaining in the third. Face-off will come all the way down to the right of Strand. It's Marchand, Grove, Black, Frost, and Boss. Clark, Mency, Zoo, Meredith, and Nash, the 5 for Manhattanville. Won by the Valence once again. Shot from the point, blocked down, never got through to Strand, and hustling quickly over to it. There was Zoo, as really no pressure. That's Sydney Collins. Collins to Carr. Carey Carr working it out of the defensive end. Carr busting up at ice, pressured from behind. Carr cuts it to the near side. Carr on the backhand, slides one. Elias couldn't handle it, and Block couldn't jam it home. As busting back the other way is Lopes. Lopes pressured by Rowland. Rowland tries to slide it free and does. Jillian Rowland has it taken away by a sliding Valent as it rolls back to the near side corner. 5:10 remaining third period. 0-0 center and feed taken away by Carr, chip to the far side. It goes to Smith. Now to Howard. Howard centering one, and a one touch towards the net goes wide by Lopes. Rowland throws her player into the boards, and Roland digs it free with her skate, and it bounces off Roland's skate right back to the Valance. To Howard at the near side point. Howard winds up, shot blocked by Block. Wheels back, wrist shot through traffic, goes in. It somehow beats Devin Strand, and it's 1-0 Manhattanville. And, Manhattanville just threw about 12 players on the ice, which, is no way legal. So if a penalty doesn't come here, something should happen. Manhattanville just celebrated like they won a game in overtime, throwing about 3 extra players off the bench. So a very unclassy move by the Valance, who've won 15 games this year. As Devin Strand, no chance at that one. 1-0 Manhattanville over Chatham. And, the linesmen and the officials are yelling at Manhattanville's bench right now, so see if anything comes out of that. 4:46 remaining in the... Smith gets the goal for Manhattanville. 1-0 the Valance lead Chatham. Marchant back the other way. Dump back in. Martinetti back behind as it's pushed to the far side. Taken over by Manhattanville. Slid back out. Taken off the skate of Marchant back in. Taken now by Strand. It's now Marchant sliding one along. The Black. Maddie Black rolls one far side to Boss. Frost getting up ice. Boss tries to slide it free. Boss pinned up against the boards, taken away by Manhattanville. Sweeping poke does not connect by Marchant. Shot goes high and wide over Strand. Taken by Boss. Boss tries to exit the zone. Chatham doing what they did yesterday, throwing Frost at the far blue line, trying to get a break. Off the stick of Boss up into the Cougar bench. 4 minutes remaining in the third period. 1-0 Manhattanville leads Chatham. Face off on the far side of the ice in front of the Cougar bench. Face off taken by Chatham. Roland slides it back down. Icing will come, and very surprising there is it went right past the Manhattanville defender. Easily could have had the opportunity to try to play that puck. So very surprising icing call there on Chatham with 3:51 remaining in period number 3. 39 in the third period, an offensive zone draw comes from Manhattanville. Collins will take the draw. Face-off tied up, won by Collins. It goes to Petrosky, rolls back behind the goal line. Jams one near side, taken over by Clark. Digging in with her is Block. This time, unlike yesterday, Manhattanville's throwing someone back as a penalty comes, and I believe this is going against Manhattanville as Jillian Rowland draped over on the ice, and Rowland slow to get to her feet as she'll finally make her way back up with 3:22 remaining in the third period. A tripping call coming against Sandilands for Manhattanville. And Chatham will have a chance to get a power play tally and tie this thing up. Rowland will stay out on the ice. Chatham needs a goal here. Down by 1. Collins, Block, Rowland, Boss, and Carr. Collins positioning Block. Goes back to Rowland. Rowland walks in. Rowland's shot goes sailing up into the rafters off a block by Lopes. 3:18 remaining, third period. 1-0 Manhattanville leads Chatham. 1:55 remaining on the power play. Collins will take the draw. Collins pushes it to Block, back to Rowland. Rowland winds up. Rowland shot slams wide. Taken by Collins, reverses, intercepted. Back to Boss. Boss jams one to Collins. Collins slides one. That goes to Block. Christina Block. Couldn't find Rowland, goes all the way down. Strand hustling out to play this. Strand slides it to Boss. Has Collins near side as she works back behind. 1:30 remaining on the power play. 2:50 remaining in the third. Block to Collins. Collins gets around 1. Collins works her way in. Sydney Collins off the glass. Jams it back to the corner. Taken there by Carr. Slid to Collins. Now to Boss. Boss has Block backdoor. Block gets it. Block one-timer. Blocked back behind. Collins has it poked down. Now it's taken back by Carr, and Collins digging And Carr tries a little center feed, rolls inside, and that block is unable to block it down. Hit it out of midair, but was unable to keep it in the zone. Rowland. To Collins. Collins carries it up. Now to Block. Block has it roll off her stick. Jam to the line and out. Taken by Boss. 44 remaining on the power play. Watch for Strand to come here for Chatham, and she will. And the whistle blows as the puck sails down into the empty net. But the whistle already blew, and another penalty is coming on Manhattanville. This is going to be a 6-on-3 Chatham advantage, and we're going to get a Chatham timeout. 2:01 remaining in the third period. Chatham has their opportunity. 39 seconds of 6-on-3. Strand will be on the bench for Chatham. 6-on-3, 39 seconds. They'll be on the power play for almost the remainder of this period, looking for the equalizer. Chatham down by 1. Has not scored a goal in the month of February. Has not scored since beating Kings. As Chatham playing outstanding again today. As I mentioned, one of the best games I've seen them play all season. As Sabia will get the gate here for Manhattanville. Chatham to the power play of 5-on-3 variety for 39 seconds. It'll be 6-on-3 with Strand at the bench. Chatham going to have to move this around, get the open look, and put pucks on net here. Looking to tie this thing up and maybe get the game winner before the horn sounds. It's 1-0 Manhattanville on the goal by Smith. As Ellis Smith was able to wrist one past Strand from the far side point, as Chatham will look to get the equalizer. 2:01 remaining third period. 1-0 Manhattanville. 39 seconds remaining on the penalty to Sandilands. 2 minutes on the clock for Sabia. Strand will be at the bench to start this sequence. On the season, Chatham only operating around 15% on the power play, 14.8 to be exact. They've scored 12 power play goals this season. Looking for a huge 13th. As Chatham's going with Boss, Rowland, Marchand, Collins, Carr, and Block. 6-on-3. Chatham controls off the draw. No, as they can't pick up the puck. It's wrapped around to the near side. Marchand there. Marchand slides one. Collins goes to Rowland, to Marchand. Marchand walks in. Marchand to Collins. Collins shot wouldn't go. Carr rebound. Kicked back to Rowland. Rowland has blocked back door. Rowland cuts into the middle. Rowland wrist shot blocked down. 10 seconds remaining. 6-on-3. Slid back behind. It's blocked to Rowland. Rowland wrist shot blocked down. 5 to play. It's block. Tries to center one. Slides right through the goal mouth. Taken by Carr to Marchand. Marchand to Carr. Carr working her way in. Carr shot. Cougar fell in front. That was Boss. Slid back. Rowland can't keep it alive all the way down. Marchand has to hustle. 30 seconds remain here in the period. It's Marchand. Along with Carr, as Black all four seniors can be out here for Chatham. The goal for Black is obviously you want to win it back to Rowland and have her put a shot on. That's your best bet at a goal here for Chatham, is getting Jillian Rowland a look from the point. Instead, Black tries to go forward. Tied up Jones, backhands one wide, back behind. The clock hits 0. The Manhattanville Valiants will beat the Cougars 1-0 back-to-back games. But again, Chatham could hang their heads high on. A great game for Devin Strand. 46 saves for the junior netminder. Played out of her mind. And a big congratulations to Michelle Jones, Christina Block, KJ Frost, and Jillian Rowland on a great playing career here at Chatham. Definitely going to be missed next year. All 4 of those players, great leaders and individuals for the Chatham women's hockey team. Strand for the second straight game playing it out of her mind, showing why she's one of the top goalies in the entire conference. Chatham just unable to beat either of the Manhattanville netminders this weekend. A pair of 1-0 games as Chatham falls for the second time this weekend to end the season. Unable to send the seniors out on a win.